Mike McCool here in the Royal Examiner studio, and with me today is Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
You get teased a lot of that name.
Used to. But it's easy name. Everybody can remember it. So.
Yeah.
So.
I know quite a few Charlie Browns. That was that era where everybody just started naming their kids off things.
Yeah. I was named after my dad, so that was before
Dr. Schultz. Huh?
Yes.
Well, Charlie's here to talk about Festival of Leaves.
Yes.
You're on that committee along with many other people in our community.
Yes.
Earlier in the week we talked to Rick Novak about Festival, and I said, well, we need to keep talking about it because we'll be here before we know it.
Actually, in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Matter of fact, 2 weeks from tonight will be the block party.
That's right, and that's going to be the cool thing. I think. Tell us a little bit about what's happening on the 14th.
The 14th is going to be the block party, and talking to Mr. Eshelman, Tom Eshelman, he said we're kind of running it sort of the way they did with the Dancing Downtown. This is a paid event, so it will cost us you $5 to get in. We will have a beverage truck there, $5 for that as well, but we will be taking cash and cards.
Okay.
So, but with that too is we kind of need people to help out to take money in cash as well. So we need volunteers for that. That's one of the things that I'm personally looking for.
Right.
And then, of course, we have the Texas Chainsaw Horns will be playing. There'll be a couple food trucks there as well. And then that'll go from 7 to 10. And then at 10:30, Rick decided that he's going to show Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah, isn't that something?
And probably a lot of people don't really know about the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
If they're our age.
They're our age, they would, yes.
It's a cult classic.
It is a cult classic, and it was a long-running play and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, it's a time warp thing, as you well aware.
And a lot of the people that are in it, we know who they were.
Right.
But at the time, they were really...
Yeah.
They were just up-and-coming nobodies.
Up-and-coming nobodies, and nobody really... like Meatloaf himself,
Yeah.
So
it's going to be a lot of fun.
So
this is the 50th Festival of Leaves. Actually, it's probably been more than 50 years. I think we skipped a couple.
With COVID and all this, but it's actually the 50th
festival.
50th festival. It was sponsored by the Heritage Society for the past 49. They decided that they needed a break, so the FRIBA, the Front Royal Independent Business Association, and the town took it over for this event.
Right.
And thank God, that they did it for the past 49. So now it's our turn to.
I mean, this thing is a really well-known festival.
Yes.
I told Rick, I said the only thing I think we're missing is the parade.
Right.
And but we have the block party instead.
We have the block party. The parade may be next year. So, but
we didn't really have. It takes a long time to put these things on, and I don't think we really started till late spring.
Late spring we started when we found out that the Heritage Society was no longer going to be doing it. They brought it to FRIBA. We took it under our advisement, and then we decided to run with it. And so
I think it'd be great.
It's going to be a fun time.
I think it's a great. All these things that we do downtown and throughout our community are well attended.
Right.
People love them, and people complain, "Oh, we're closing the street, we're doing this," but yet they're down there participating, aren't they?
Right. With that note too, we will be closing Main Street probably Friday-ish. Right. I think about 3:00. I think we've been told that they're going to be closing Main Street in Chester. Pretty much Chester Street will be closed right there by the Beer Museum. Main Street, all of Main Street will be closed. So, but the businesses will still be there. So, if, we can still go shopping beforehand, afterwards.
Yeah.
So
I think it's great. It's just a great activity, and like I said, this draws people from all over
Northern Virginia.
Northern Virginia, they came out here. People like
they have a great time.
They have a great time. Anything associated with leaf lookers,
the leaf peepers are coming.
They come, but sometimes they never even go look at leaves. But that was their initial drive.
Well, that's that 2-hour commute from 66 to the park. But again, with this, we have a lot of hometown, small business entrepreneurs, people building stuff, making stuff out of their home, vendors that'll be selling stuff.
Yeah, we're going to have over 100 vendors.
And we're still accepting applications. for vendors.
Right, another week of that probably.
Another week or probably even up to the day, depending upon spacing. So once the space runs out, then we're done.
Right.
But as long as we have a space, they'll be taking names for people to, I think we're done with the food vendors, but if you do something out of your house and you want to do it, then you can sign up. Give us a call.
Yeah.
The festivalofleaves.org is the website, so that they can go to the website. They can, if they want to be a sponsor still, we're still accepting some sponsors. We're still accepting vendors. And the part that I'm responsible for is if you want to help volunteer.
Right.
I'm looking for adult volunteers for Friday night because we will be taking money, pouring beers, that type of thing. On Saturday, some volunteers to help set up, clean up, take down, clean up during the day, stuff like that. So
I told Rick we're going to give him a T-shirt.
they get a T-shirt. If they volunteer, they get a T-shirt. Also with that, too, if they're one of the first 250 people to the block party, we've got a special mug.
Mm-hmm. I heard a souvenir mug from the
visitor
center.
Visitor center's giving us 250 of those, but you have to be one of the first 250 to get it. And if you're a volunteer, you'll be one of those first 250.
That's right. Get there early.
Get the T-shirt and the cup.
What more do you want?
That's it. Well,
and have an inside scoop of what's going on.
That's it.
It's great. I mean, we volunteers do come out.
Yes,
we do get them, but we can always use.
There's
no limit to how many we can have.
Right, and there's always when you go there and you sign up, tell me when do you want to work? What kind of what would
you don't have to do it the whole festival.
No.
We like to get a couple hours out.
I need a couple hours. Pretty much Friday night you'll be it's only 3.5 hours. You'll pretty much be working. But if we have enough volunteers, we'll rotate people around so that they can enjoy, and everything's gonna be right there by the gazebo. So if you get thirsty, we can send you over to get a drink and something to eat and give you a break and stuff like that.
You'll always hear the music.
You'll always hear the music. The music will always be
Maybe you
playing.
could even volunteer to dance.
That's it. Not me, but somebody will.
Yeah.
Also, too, on Saturday morning, if you're a runner, DECA's doing a fun color run. I wasn't really sure what that was until I realized that they give you a T-shirt and they throw paint at you. Actually, it's not paint. It's a powdery colored stuff.
And then you can go and take it, and I think you set it in vinegar or something, and then it'll set the colors.
Yeah, like an old tie-dye type of shirt.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. They do that quite often around here.
So
that's the first time I've ever heard of it.
So
when we did one a couple years ago, it's kind of interesting. Kids love it.
The DECA group is all into it. They're running it. They've got it. They're doing it. So. But yes, we registration for that as well. So
that's great. A lot of stuff going on that weekend.
That's going to be a busy weekend.
Right, and then just right after that, we're going to have our hometown Halloween and the zombie walk, and
that's a couple weeks later. Yeah.
So there's just a lot of activities in our town. I think it's great. It's always something to do.
And Main Street's there's a lot to do down on Main Street.
Yeah, we got a lot of new businesses moving in there. A lot of big. That'll be a big opening and a big big announcement coming up here real soon. We're here On Cue is moving.
On Cue is moving.
That's really going to kind of give us a nice anchor on Main Street.
Because it's right there in the middle.
Yeah, big space.
Big space.
There's like 15,000 square feet in that building.
It's a nice space.
It's nice space. Yeah. So and it's a perfect business for it.
Yeah.
I think it's just where you need a lot of space.
Right.
It's great. And
plus, this they serve food as well as you can shoot pool and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
they have a kids league and they got all sorts of stuff.
All sorts.
It's amazing how many people. Participate in that.
Yeah.
And they always have live music and all sorts of stuff. So it's a real good venue.
Right.
We were over at the axe throwing place too. And same way, there's a lot of people, just a lot.
That was fun.
It's fun, yeah.
I have fun throwing
They
axes.
got a nice facility over there, food and drink, and a lot of lanes, and it's a great evening out. It's really inexpensive.
No, it's not.
$20, you can spend an hour or so and have a good friend
throw axes at.
Yeah, throw axes at each other.
Put your picture.
Hold that for me.
Put your picture there. Let me see if I can hit that.
A lot of cool stuff going on on the 15th. The 14th, please mark your calendar for the block party. Come out. You're going to hear the music because those Texas chain horns, they're pretty good.
They're pretty good.
And loud, but fun. And they're good entertainers, too.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun on the 14th. Starts around 7. Get there early so you can get one of those mugs.
Right.
Please talk to Charlie. Jump on the website, festivalofleaves.org. step up and volunteer, get a T-shirt, and it's a lot of fun to be part of that whole activity, and you'll remember it. It's a lot of fun.
A lot of fun too. So
a lot of fun. So we will see you there.
I will be there. I will be there
You'll be
all
there?
day, Friday and Saturday.
That's right. A lot of work.
Yeah,
and we
well,
appreciate people like you and all our committee members
Yeah.
that have stepped up and put this thing on. It's a lot of good group of people.
It is a good group of people.
Yeah.
And like I said, we'll probably be doing another chat, when we start looking at next year. So
Right.
people who wish
Well,
to
the week after this is over, we start working on next year.
all those people who volunteered and will be on the list.
That's
or
right. That's
all
right.
the vendors will be on the list, and we'll be
They'll
passing.
be the alumni.
Yeah, that's it.
Thanks again, Charlie. I
Thank you,
appreciate
Mike,
it. And
for
all the
letting me
things
have this.
we do. We'll give plug for your store there
It's,
real quick too.
Mountain Trails, right there on Main Street.
Yeah.
For if you're interested in hiking, camping, backpacking.
That's another place. What you've done there with the
Yeah.
brewery and everything
With
else.
the
and you
base
got
camp,
the base
yeah.
camp. A lot of cool stuff. Go check it out.
Yeah.
That store is packed.
It is packed.
It is packed. And it's got a lot of cool things in there.
Yeah. So
Okay, check
but
it
yeah.
out.
And one other note too, we've had over 800 hikers come through, and literally everybody that's come through loves the town of Front Royal.
Yeah, yeah.
They say it's a great town.
Yeah, I've talked to them and they said, we make this a point to stop
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they get treated well.
They do.
We love them when they come here.
Yeah.
We love when they leave.
Yeah.
Leave your money, go on down the road.
That's it.
But
That's
it's
it.
just amazing how many people walk that trail.
Yeah.
It just amazes me.
Yeah.
Anyway, don't forget, October 14th, October 15th. It's a great weekend
Yep.
right downtown Front Royal. Thanks
Thank you,
again, Charlie.
Thank you, sir.